All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. What's good, y'all? It's your boy K Camp. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH, man. And that give me a second. All right, my bad. So, again, I want to give all praises to the Most High through His Son, YAHAWAH, Yeshua. And I got a lot of gym models on here. And I thought I deleted this. Bruh, hold on. Never mind. Damn Edomite woman. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about the genetics of the Israelite woman, the daughters of Zion, and pretty much debunking these narratives on YouTube and debunking narratives on Google, and pretty much speaking truth to power intellectually. And again, for you believers, read the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 7, when he's talking about the black Shulamite woman. This is to debunk a lot of the childish narratives of black men, Israelite men are only obsessed with booty and all this other shit. And I like to come up with an analogy on how either the other races of men or women on the internet, whether directly or indirectly, it can be our own women, but mainly the Gentiles, okay? Imagine you have a fort and you have your treasure chest, all your goods are in your fort, and you have a bunch of damn invaders, right? So pretty much what's happening, metaphorically speaking, these invaders do not like the fact that you're not giving them the right to just take their goods that doesn't belong to them. They don't like the fact that you're not giving them any kind of leeway. So what does this have to do with the Israelite woman's booty? They're trying to invade the Israelite man's thoughts, hence Matt Bus Driver and all these weirdos, on how they're trying to make you feel ashamed for being attracted to something that you're naturally attracted to. Then you have these Edomite white women, the Spaniard white women, these non-Israelite women who one half or a third makes it a competition. The other half look down on the daughters of Zion. And then another third tries to give you some Freemason, lame-ass, unseasoned school lecture that does not have anything to do with romance, sex appeal, sensual aura. These nations don't have what I call the golden spirit. So when they look at us, for the shawties, they don't understand why we brag about our women's beauty. They would rather sit up there and either feel insecure. They would rather sit up there and not tell the truth. These heathen women and men, they are power driven. They don't understand. They're not the Israelites. They're not the Hebrews. They're not us. Like K. Dot said, I'm saying all of this because this mindset ties into why, again, as a peculiar race of people, they don't, you're not meant to understand us. You're not us. There are thousands of comments and videos. Why do they like the Coke bottle? Bitch, because our women are the most beautiful and the sexiest. It's simple math. It's not rocket science. But anyway, I'm gonna get this definition for you people who hate the truth. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. His indecency, damn, when his father lay drunken, brought a curse upon Canaan. So why did I put not the Negroes? Because a lot of people throughout history, they think that the Hebrew West, the Negress, are the same as the African stanky ass racist Canaanite woman. They're not the same people. That's Exodus 11:7. The Lord said he put a difference between the children of Israel and the Egyptians. We're not the same. The reason why we keep getting classified as them is because, one, even Apostle Paul and Moses, we were always mistaken as African or Egyptian. We are the Jews the Bible speak of. So when you come down to the Israelite woman, the daughters of Zion, when it comes to their genetics and physique, as Song of Solomon chapter 7 speaks on, matter of fact, the entire book speaks on, I am black but comely. It talks about her locks and her hair. It talks about all that stuff, right? They don't want you to understand this. The nations want to psychologically, and our own people want to psychologically deprive you of the queen that's standing right in front of you. Because, again, according to them, the problem is y'all are too obsessed with booty. So we're gonna reprogram you into be a unseasoned white man, an unseasoned Indian, whatever the hell, bruh. Again, focus on the wrong thing. Mind y'all business. You already stole every damn thing. But anyway, let's get to the point. Now, it would be decades before pop culture, via Sir Mix-a-Lot's seminal rap Baby Got Back, and such proudly bootylicious babes as Beyonce and Jennifer Lopez, acknowledged what boys' reactions showed me every day. She said my big behind had at least as much impact on boys as other girls' more lauded eyes and hair and breast. But this was the 1960s, right? What's crazy, let me see, flattering body focus adjectives, right, or adjectives, stacked, buxom, voluptuous, were usually bust related. My most noted feature never rated public mention. Having a great ass by black standards seemed shameful. See that? So again, for you mad bus driver type dudes, right? Our Hebrewisses, they're genetically built like a Coke bottle. They're not born obese, bro. They're not. The reason why they lose their shape and become obese is because during that generation, when you have the lack of knowledge and the lack of knowledge of God, YAHAWAH, when you are one West, bro, you don't prioritize your physical health. So what's happened is they say, okay, you're beautiful physically, but the only way to flaunt that beauty is to, okay, we're gonna put Cardi B, we're gonna make beauty ratchet. They pervert everything. So psychologically, people are thinking, well, these women with this type of body shape, they're twerking and acting like that because the women on the screen, because y'all got to remember, the masses are stupid. They only go by what they see on TV, what their preacher tell them, what their parents tell them, what the school systems tell them. Monkey see, monkey do. The whole time, it's an unseasoned little girl driven heathen, right? That's controlling your natural pheromones. But even in middle school, I saw an irony of the half dozen Caucasian features Negroes have been brainwashed into worshiping. I never liked skinny ass white bitches. I never liked the thick ones. White Edomite women are not aesthetically appealing on average, bro. So what they did to equal the playing field, they said, okay, we're going to put a bald head African woman in the history books, not even telling you that the Israelite black women, they had hair to the ground. They want you to always think you were bald. That's to make you feel inferior to them. Right. They did all the lies in history, all this bullshit. But, let me guess. The problem is, black man, the world is fucked up. I mean, we have financial oppression. We're in a recession. All this other crap. But the world is worrying about why the Israelite man loves his chocolate sexy ass. on his woman that God created for us. Ain't that about a bitch? Anyway, worshiping small booties weren't among them. She said worshiping small booties weren't among them, showing you what? That's naturally not in us, bro. So while y'all are trying to annoy intelligent brothers and sisters' thoughts with this bullshit, it's stupid. I knew dozens of quote unquote black boys who admired red bone black girls. Y'all give me a second. My bad. So what was I doing? So I knew dozens of Israelite boys who admired red bone black girls whose tiny nose, long locks, as the scriptures say, locks is ornamental, and golden skin were reminiscent of white girls. Now, I didn't know one who preferred a tiny white girl, but I didn't know one who preferred a tiny Edomite white girl, but stop forcing your unseasoned preferences on men, because we want the highest pleasure of sex with our women, bro. We're not going to pretend to be attracted to a woman we were never genetically or physically or spiritually attracted to, bro. Now you have black men who have their preferences, bro, but as a whole, you other heathens and you weirdos like Mad Bus Driver, a lot of you SYSBM atheist dudes, bro, with no flavor, no light, no zeal, especially you foreigners. You don't get to dictate what makes our dick hard, bro. That's your problem. You're driven by... You niggas are worshiping white bitches with the Queen of Spades tattoo, dude. Sit down. And you think you're winning at life. Anyways, it says was a well-rounded rear, the one so-called African future, which we just proved. And yes, we have a lot of Negro Hebrews in Africa. Okay, but I'm gonna read it verbatim. Features so profound in its effect that even racism's scalpel couldn't excise it. All right. Now, unlike her hair and skin, a woman's behind is irrevocably tied to sex. Oh, let's use some common sense. Be fruitful and multiply. That was the first commandment God told, the Elohim told Adam and Eve, bro. Okay. So now, for you brothers, and this is how you know the Israelite woman having a bigger booty is not a stereotype or a goddamn myth. Okay. These other races of women, see, when they have a natural booty, nobody says shit. Right. Stop the biasness. Then, the BBL, the Brazilian butt lift, that was invented by a white Spaniard white male. That was created to mimic the physique of the queens of the earth. Okay? But see how society, how y'all spend so much time trying to be on some weird demonic controlling shit, all behind the black woman's booty. And y'all cannot simply say you're jealous, you're envious. You don't have her aura naturally. So you gotta find ways to indirectly take it, bro. You other races of women that's like that, you're going to waste your life away focused on the wrong damn thing. Most Israelite black brothers are not chasing you, dude. Sit down. We want our queens. Not on no simp-ish, but we have the best looking women. So y'all can sit up there, oh, they're ratchet, they treat you like shit. And okay, that's the group of Gen X and Boomer black women that y'all have created from indoctrination in the Willie Lynch letter. That shit doesn't count. I see the play, dude. Try harder. Now, Black women's generous lower body upholstery gives them a nature-provided cushion for life's most powerful act. What is she talking about? Sex. Matthew 19, go read it for you damn Christians. Even when I was a junior in junior high, boys and men responded with everything from whispered suggestions to shouts from across the street, showing you naturally the curvy body was always more aesthetically appealing to Israelite men, because even in the Bible, I'm gonna show y'all. Look at these idiots. Oh, that's religion. Oh, mad bus driver. Shut up. Song of Solomon 7:1. How beautiful are thy feet with shoes, O princess daughter. The joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of the hands of a cunning workman. Right? Thy navel is like a round goblet which wanteth not liquor. Thy belly is like an heap of wheat set about with lilies. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump to verse 7. This thy stature is like to a palm tree, and thy breast to clusters of grape. That means she's slim, but she got what? Her thighs are like jewels. When you go to the word joints, it says curves. Curving, bro. Not skinny, thin, ironing board. And not fat, obese. See, the adult industry, you don't understand the. So, the curving of thy thighs. See that? So, there's no obsession. This was here thousands of years before you dudes even came on the internet, bro. Thighs. And the reason you don't understand this, let me guess, you're an atheist. You don't understand being an Israelite is not a religion. You don't understand no history. You don't understand that white people did not create the genetics. Evolution never happened. You people have an unseasoned problem, bruh. But loins as the seat of the procreative power. See that? The word thigh, even in the scriptures, it says the buttocks right there. So she had rounded buttocks. Oh, and guess what? Yeah. Because y'all don't get to go decades trying to make our women feel like shit and feel inferior because you're a heathen with a weak demonic spirit. And I'm saying that because, so even if you go into the word, hold on, my bad, y'all. The galleries. So it says lock of hair, right? And I'm only bringing this out again to debunk the narratives on YouTube and Google of being obsessed, right? Again, for educational and informational purposes, for people who may be curious. So yeah, that's her hair. That was her shape. Okay. That's why in the first chapter, even biblically, it says, I am black but comely. She's very beautiful. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me, because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Okay. So when you look at, go back to what she was saying. Let me see. In all of human history, only a handful of women of any color have actually loved their hair, but for kinky-haired black girls in the 1960s, the time and energy required for fighting, taming, and quote-unquote despising their hair was a full-time occupation. So y'all came up with full-time laws just for our hairstyles. So you want to deprive us of the daughters of Zion. So y'all something else. Right here, she is observed through a telescope by a white male observer who can see nothing but her booty. Again, in 1899, British pornographic novel set in a mythic antebellum southern United States, the male author indulges his flagellistic fantasy of the buttocks of a number of Edomite women. When he describes the one black, right, he tries to, again, try to make you feel inferior. a runaway slave being whipped, the power of the image. And they try to put Hottentot. Every Israelite woman, like the one on the screen, she's not built that goddamn big, bro. But see what they do? When you jump down, it says she would have a good figure, only that her bottom was what they say out of proportion. It was too big, but nevertheless, it was fairly well shaped with well-rounded cheeks, right, meeting each other closely. Her thighs were large, and she had a sturdy pair of legs. Her skin was smooth and of a clear yellow tint. See that? So that's another example on how it's not a myth or a damn stereotype, or you're not obsessed. It's called stop hating on their sex appeal, bro. That's it. Okay. Even down here, it says, adding to this, I offer that I engage in autoethnography. I don't know how to pronounce that word, forgive me, because by design the methodology, I don't know, bro. Methodology allows researchers to substantially cross several disciplines. For me, autoethnography significantly speaks to the multiple diverse, dense peculiarities and so-called thick peculiarities of my black female identity, right? Hear me refer to myself as having thick peculiarities. Bryant Keith Alexander described thick peculiarities as indistinguishable, right, and undiscernible variations in people and cultures that gives us pause, right? Let me see something. That's why when you jump down, it goes into of size, sexuality, and privilege. So showing you black feminist studies, black studies, showing you even then, you other races of men and you weirdos, you have a problem, bro. You have a sexual problem, like for real. Here's the levels to this. The reason why the other races of women, just because you have a fat ass don't get you in the club, is because the Israelite woman, when it comes to physique, when she takes care of herself, she's complete. Okay, and you're mad. Instead of letting us enjoy what's ours, not. So right here, let me see. So there is nothing more beautiful than a person who is confident. Hold on, it was something. I just skipped right over something, bro. Damn it. So Jennifer Lopez's rounded buttocks became front page news and infuriated many African American women. How could the media make such a big deal about her buttocks when the average black woman, Israelite woman, is genetically, repeated for the third time, genetically designed with full rounded booties, all caps? Okay. Historically, black women have been ridiculed regarding their voluptuous body shape. Why would the media promote Jennifer Lopez while ignoring black women's bodies for decades? Again, none of you other races of women, probably the authentic brown Hispanic woman that comes close, but you don't get credit, okay? Look how difficult y'all made it psychologically, dude, just to enjoy my chocolate queen, my princess, my shawty. Many black female celebrities, very, very sexy when they first became popular. Toni Braxton, Janet Jackson, Angela Bassett, Vivica Fox, and even Halle Berry had more voluptuous figures due to the pressure of them trying to mold themselves to fit into the Hollywood, these grape drinks, ideal standard, right, of beauty. Their diet and exercise to tone down and get rid of what they consider to be flaws so that mainstream, the Edomites, society will embrace them and propel their careers. The craze about Jennifer Lopez arises from the fact that she is proud of who she is, she likes herself, and is not ashamed of her full, shapely buttocks. She flaunts her body and doesn't make excuses about who or what she is. The media has come around to loving her because she loves and accepts herself and is proud of who she is culturally. Jennifer Lopez does not water herself down to fit into mainstream society. See that? That's crazy. I thought that I was fat and tried desperately to lose weight. I tried to squeeze my buttocks booty, hoping they would disappear. This right here is some bullshit. Yes, black men found them attractive, but I wanted to be accepted by mainstream society. And I just said it earlier, I knew the play. So again, proving my point, y'all never wanted to give credit where it was due. Okay? And no, mad bus driver, every black man is not dating a woman just because of her ass. Y'all are just coming up with narratives, not just him personally, just in general. Society's coming up with narratives because y'all can't. Y'all are just coming up with narratives just to deprive us of pleasure, bro, and righteousness, though. That's all it is. But yeah, I told y'all I was gonna come at y'all with another video, bro. We have the most beautiful women on the earth, and only the ones who's authentic and complete. So with that being said, it was your boy KK. I'm signing out. Again, these are examples. The black woman having a big booty is not a myth. It's genetics. Stop hating. With that being said, I'm signing out.